journey, Babuda said, it's not how you endure, but how you recharge. Today, I'm going to share with you how I was able to recharge to successfully complete my PhD journey. I began my PhD study as a self-sponsored student, a full-time working mother of 4 girls. And the last one was 1 week old. And she's right here, she's 5 years and a half. You may wonder, what motivated me to start on a project that is known to be so hard? The original idea to start the PhD study was instilled in my mind by my father way back in 2013 when I had just graduated with a master's degree in public health. And he mentioned that, Lydia, now that you have completed a master's degree, what next? You should consider doing a PhD. Honestly, I had never thought of doing a PhD. Although I liked the idea, I first hesitated. I was wondering how I was going to be able to manage. But 5 years later, in 2018, I enrolled as a privately sponsored student at Stellenbosch University amidst discouragement from family, from close friends, from my career mentor. My career mentor told me that, Lydia, starting a PhD as a self-sponsored student is like fishing in a pond. But I decided to take it on because I had looked for scholarships in vain. The biggest hurdle was with my husband. He raised concerns around how I was going to divide time between family, the young daughters, the work, and the PhD. It took a lot of negotiation to be able to find middle ground. We were able to find it, and I started. Little did I know that that was the beginning of the 5 years roller coaster of hard work. There are 3 things that stood out for me that catalyzed the successful completion of the PhD journey that I would like to share with you this morning. Number 1, passion and determination. The PhD did not just fall in my lap. I planned, I acted, I slaved. Many times I felt alone. I thought of dropping off. The PhD journey is such a lonely journey. I thought many times I wondered if the undertaking was worth it. I received quite a number of negative feedback from my supervisors, from my fellow students, from the journals, but I persevered and soldiered on, and passion and determination carried me with a smile. Number 2, having good mentors and strong people. The people who will tell you not what you want to hear, but who will make you see what you don't want to see. I remember when I had just started and I was developing my doctoral proposal, I delayed to cope. I wasn't really matching up the expectations of the supervisors. So whenever they would give me feedback, I felt they were being overly harsh. And sometimes I threw tantrums. So there was this time when my supervisor, Dr. Constance Shumba, wasn't happy with my attitude. And she told me, Lydia, the PhD is a pain, and you're going to feel that pain. And no one, absolutely no one, is going to take that panel for you. You must take it yourself. That feedback made me walk. I worked hard and reset. I worked on the feedback. I shared my revised copy to my colleague, a student, PhD student, who kindly gave me feedback that my proposal suited a master's level. After having sleepless night addressing my supervisor's comments. There was also this time when I was doing my final touches. I had isolated myself to work on my discussion chapter. And when I submitted it, the feedback that I received from my other supervisor, Professor Nyasulu, was that my thesis discussion chapter was uninteresting to read. I honestly cried. I took 2 breaks off, but I came back, having recovered from the shock, and started to write all over again. And the third one was having the cheerleaders. On this journey, my biggest cheerleader was my father. As soon as I had just presented my initial concept, in the initial stages, he was already telling his friends how his daughter has started on a PhD and how he's going to be called a doctor. Now, I told him the PhD dropout is high. You cannot start telling people now, but his unwavering belief in me never ceased. Good enough he lived to attend the graduation. His belief in me carried me the rest of mine. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, always endeavor to transcend. On this journey, I learned that higher academic undertakings are not just about acquiring the knowledge, academic knowledge. It is about having the passion, having the determination to win. And today, the message for you is one. Always look out for good mentors who will give you honest feedback. Number 2, have strong people around you. Have cheerleaders who inspire you when you are down. The people who tell us that you can do it. And with those, you'll be able to succeed. Thomas Edison said it well. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Back to you, Toastmaster.